Hey, Muriel here from the Freedom Lifestyles Academy with today's training about how to get ideas to create content in your marketing. And for some of you, this will not be a new subject, a new topic. But I still decided to cover it because there's so much more to share about it. And it keeps me busy myself. I am an experienced digital marketer for over 5 years now, and I figured out that this keeps me busy. This is evolving all the time. Where do I find content to share with my email list? What things do I post on my Facebook wall? What creations do I make for my Instagram? What topics do I use in my videos, etc., etc., etc. Right? So all the points where you show up in the marketing wheel, it's important that you are able to create content creation, right? And I was talking with one of my personal coaches, sharing my best advice about how I get creation ideas every single day. And I saw the lights in his eyes, and that told me that it's not everyone thinks about this. So I think this is so worth it to share with all of you. So, as a marketer, first let me just touch on some important things that you should know again and remind yourself of being a marketer. The how much you're worth as a marketer is directly related to the value you put out there on the marketplace. So the more unique your content creation is and the more people want that information, that's how you can value yourself. That's where your price is established, right? So if you have a skill that lots of people can do, then it's hard to think that you can make a lot of money with it, right? So the more unique your talents are and your skills are, the more worth it is. So it's important that you put high quality content out there for people to be willing to pay more for you. Makes sense, right? Let me know in the comments around this video if that makes sense. So content creation, how do you get high quality content? Well, this is important to know. Anyways, if you have a business, it is important. So I'm just going to touch on how you can combine everything that things you should do anyways and how to create content. You should anyways, as an entrepreneur, work on your mindset daily, because entrepreneurs are independent business people who need to lead themselves, right? So that is a big responsibility. You should be able to lead yourself. It means that you should have consistent work ethics, right? A strong work ethics, and you should be able to show up every day in your own business, right? And just hit your own targets. No one is forcing you to do them. There's no boss telling you what to do. Makes sense? So for that, in order to establish that, you have to have like a super strong mindset, super strong. And there's just one way to establish that. And that is, I hope that you already are screaming the answer right now. Let's just be quiet for 20 seconds. Type it in. What's the one way, the only way to build a strong mindset? Well, that's train the mind daily. Feed the mind daily. Stuff it full of new, valuable, high quality education. And that is skipping worthless information like bad news, negativity, soul-sucking people around you, gossiping, movies, bad movies, basically that. So, and reading the right books, for example, going to on a regular basis to seminars, invest in a coach, invest in a new training, learn something new, right? that is teaching you new skills. That is the best way to fight the forces of evil and to have a strong mindset. The mind is like a muscle, right? If you don't train it, it's going to be weak. And if the mind is weak, you're going to fall over if there's some harder times in business, which can happen, right? So that's really, really important to know. So work on your mind, and by reading books. So this is how my day starts, and this is how I get my content creation ideas every single day. And if you ask me next week, but I still don't know really every day what content to post, then you're not doing the assignment well enough that I'm just now about to explain. So how I recommend you to start your day is read something inspirational, like a piece of a book, like at least for half an hour, right? Or 10 pages. Or listen to something inspirational. It could be free stuff like on YouTube. It could also be like an ebook on Audible, right? But something valuable information. That means that you have new content in your mind. It will inspire you, so you're learning something new. Then start applying it in your business. So get to work, okay? So that means create a piece of content. You just listen to something inspirational, create a quote about it, or a little text around it, or create a little piece of your story about it, and send that to your email list, for example. So get a topic, like for example, I do like weekly topics, or weekly personal development speakers. Like 1 week I listen the whole week every day to Jim Brown, the other week to Les Brown, the other week to Joe Dispenza, and I cover topics, etc. But I cover topics that's really important to know in between, that your audience is interested in, right? So it's a very black and white example. It's not smart to write stuff about meat while your audience are vegetarians, right? So it should be engaging with your audience. So you should do research first before you put effort in writing your marketing messages. But filling your mind with something positive and something new, and then start applying it. So create content around it. There you go. This is it. So the moment that you are always open to learn, there will never be a day that you are not inspired enough to share something with your audience. Because if you don't, then you have to work harder on you. Then you should dive deeper into yourself. Because there should be always something that you learn that day that's worth it to share with the audience. And if there's not, you haven't grabbed the right book, right? Yet that day. Perhaps you're changing, you're evolving, your development is evolving, you are getting more skills. Then you should not grab the same book every time. You know what I'm saying? You have to be challenging for yourself as well, and that for your audience will be able to see you evolving while you're learning better skills and evolving your business as well. That's why you should always just be yourself and not pretend that you're some kind of marketing guru when you're not, right? Just be you and learn what you just teach your audience in content creation with a quote, Instagram post, Facebook post, email, and repurpose that content. You can use your Instagram post, copy paste it, and send it to your email list, vice versa. Your audience will see you evolve. And for example, I get responses back from people I was not aware that they were following us, but they're following our process to move to Costa Rica for several years. And now that we finally live here, they start replying to me, right? And say, hey, I'm so happy for you. And that makes me aware of that, to tell you that you should be aware of the impact that you can have with the tiniest things that you learn daily by just reading that daily book or listening to that daily audio, and create content around that. And at the same time, that's working on your own mindset. That's working on your own personal development. And that is how you establish change and growth in you, and that will reflect and that will result in better results in your business. It goes that way, in that order, not the other way around. It's not that you're going to make a tremendous chunk of money and then you're going to develop yourself into a better marketer and a more, developed person. It goes the other way around. Growth starts from the inside out. Money and success is just a reflection of the growth from within. And how do you grow from within? By learning new things every day that benefit your business and that serves your audience. And you serve your audience, and here's the content creation topic again. You serve your audience by sharing things that they feel engaged with, and that is solving their problems and providing them the information that they were looking for anyways. So you should know exactly what keywords those people were searching for online in the Google search engines, right? And what niche are they in? Like, if you are in the travel business, you should know exactly where those travelers are hanging out who are looking for travel opportunities anyways, right? So you're not going to talk about other things that they're totally not interested in, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Someone asked me a short while ago, yeah, I just want to schedule all my posts for Instagram like a month in advance, then I just don't have to look at it. Okay, cool, smart. That's content creation in a scheduled out, right? Super smart if you want to work effectively. Now, there's also a part of that is on a vibrational level, the impact that your marketing message can be, right? How impactful can your marketing message be? Now, just imagine this. If you schedule ahead and your mind is full of inspiration and your marketing message, so you just listen to this awesome piece of audio book of, for example, The Secret. My audience loves law of attraction, right? So I often post about that. So when I just listen to a chapter of The Secret and I just make a little post around it with a quote that I just heard, the vibrations are pretty high, right? Because you just feel it when someone is happy or excited creating something, right? You just don't you just feel it when you enter a room where there just was a fight, and it appeared later that were two people fighting, and you just felt that something, I don't know, something unheimlich was there in that room, but you couldn't just get your finger on it, what it was. Well, that's vibration. So if you want to schedule ahead, you have to be pretty sure that you were able to write 30 posts with high vibrations, totally inspired, right? Inspiring others. Which basically I advise you to better chunk it up, because if you say, yeah, but how do I find like 30 posts in advance because I need to schedule, that's also like balancing time, right? Then I just rather recommend you to take it daily, to do it daily or every other day, right? Every other day 2 posts and schedule 2 posts ahead, because the impact is way more if people feel your excitement. Like, can you imagine that if you do a video about something really, really awesome that you just learned, right? From Jim Rohn, for example. I have that all the time when I listen to something from Jim Rohn. I'm like, oh my goodness, the man has such a great choice of words and I am so inspired. I want to write something about it. I want to make a video about it. At that moment supreme, that's where the vibrations are up, and that's where the content creation takes place. And that when that topic covers what exactly the interest of your perfect customer is, that's where magic happens. In responsiveness with your email list, with responsiveness on your Facebook wall, right? That's where people start to decide to follow you because of your awesome content creation. So this is just not a joke, but you got to strive to be awesome and always a high positive source of information for your audience. Always. I do not allow you to make a grumpy video ever, okay? To be always positive and teaching people something new that's exciting And what that may be, it depends on your business, right? I keep that open because a lot of people here sell different products or have different type of services. But content creation should take place every day. You have to write your email list every single day. You should post Instagram every single day. And you should just show up on your Facebook wall every single day with something that your perfect customer feels related to. So yes, that can also be a private picture of you and your family, if your target audience is families, right? Or if your target audience is not family, just show a picture of you and your family anyways, once in a while. Don't have to do that every day, because people want to see that you're real. And that's just another piece of what you should always show. But this training was about content creation. So to chunk it up and to wrap it up, every single day, learn something new, listen to something inspirational, right? Apply it in your business. Well, apply as a marketer, you should create content that is working on your business. And then create high vibrations posts, meaning better is to write them right away after you learn something new and the excitement is high. So that has preference over scheduling ahead 30 posts. Okay, so if you seriously do not know what content to write about, or you feel insecure, you should look in the mirror and say, you can do this. This is worth enough to share with my audience. How I generated my first lead, right? That should be enough for a big chunk of your audience. You do not have to be afraid that your first informational post should be like, how I made my first 10K online and how you can do the same. Chunk it up, keep it small, share the small wins, right? Share the small things that you have learned. Could also be motivation, inspiration, ideas, the best way to concentrate yourself, working at home. I don't know, simple things, right? Be an inspiration source. Excuse me. Let me know if this training was helpful for you. And let me know if you have ideas for next training. I could talk nonstop for a week about 150 topics because I am my business and I love to share it all with you. So let me hear from you. I'm just here to help. So anyways, to your massive success, this was Muriel from the Freedom Lifestyles Academy and from Costa Rica, not live because the Wi-Fi is tricky here. I've learned along my way, but go for it. Work on your business. You are your business, and just be epic and inspire people, right? That cranks up the value of your business, the value of you, right? Okay, talk soon. Bye for now.